All right, hello everybody, and we are out on the road today. Got to pick up some items for the build. All right, I have to apologize. I haven't done a whole lot with the car in the last week or so, as I have been trying to get some stuff set up for the shop. Now, I just sold a whole bunch of goodies that I picked up at an auction and quadrupled my money. Winning! So, today I am going to go get myself a new welder, a MIG welder. I'm still trying to decide if I want a multi-process unit that does MIG, TIG, stick. I still have a really good stick welder that'll be around forever. So I really only need a MIG, and that little janky 90 amp Harbor Freight welder that, you know, my mom gave to me that belonged to my brother. It ain't gonna do anything. It just sits under the bench, collects dust. So I'm off to go get a MIG welder, and hopefully I can pick myself up a bandsaw as well. But I am trying to get the shop set up with a little more tools so I can do a little more in-house, because I am working on that big brake upgrade. We're talking 320 millimeter rotor, so Fiero's gonna be able to stop. It's got some pretty good brakes. So I got a lot of stuff to buy, and Clyde's gonna work with me on doing some fabrication for the brackets and stuff. But I kept thinking about it last night. It wouldn't be that hard to make my own uprights, I mean knuckles. And then that would make it a lot easier for me to mount the gigantic 4-piston brake calipers I'm using, and then have provisions for me to mount the spot parking brake. So that's what we'll do. I think I'm gonna try to make my own knuckles. How hard can it be? So yeah, that's the plan. If I do that, I could change to a larger wheel bearing. Sorry, hold on. I could change to a larger wheel bearing, change the bolt pattern to something a lot more common like the 5x113. Then it opens up the door for any kind of wheel that I might want to run. So this is something I'm kind of toying with, bouncing around in my head. I don't think it'll be that difficult to make these knuckles, and then I could actually make them drop knuckles. I could put in like an automatic 1-inch, 1.5-inch drop, and then I would still keep all my suspension travel, which is a big thing, especially on a Fiero, because we don't have a lot of travel in the front. And when you lower them, I mean, you're bouncing off the bump stops all the time. So if we make our own knuckles, I can build in a drop. I think it's a pretty damn good idea. Again, famous last words, how hard can it be? So that's the plan. This build has gone way off in a completely different direction. You know, it was just to get the K in there, get it running and down and dirty, and off you go for the blur. Now we're doing a complete Type S, RSX Type S conversion on the engine, thanks to Mike. You know, big pistons, we got to do, you know, head, cams. The engine's going to be awesome when we're done. So I got to go to Mike's in about a week to do that. But I really need to try to get these brakes. I'd like to get the car back on the ground on all its wheels if possible. So yeah, I'm going to hit the store. I doubt I'll film, but we'll catch you in a bit. All right, well, mission accomplished. Was able to just pick up a welder. I got the Migmax 215. And a lady named Amy is the store manager here at the Beckley Harbor Freight. She was nice, helped me out, got me a $30 off coupon for the welder. It's funny, in my Harbor Freight coupons, the coupon showed that the welder was $649, but that was the price for it on the shelf. So Amy helped me out and got me $30 off coupon for it, which was really nice of her, so thank you. Doubt she'll ever see this, but you know, thank you anyway. Got a whole bunch of other goodies. We'll do an unboxing, show you what I got. Anyway, got a welder, so now I can take, what did they say, angry pixies out of the wall and melt metal with electricity. Sounds like fun. So we'll see you back at the shop. All right, here we go. What do we have? We have the Vulcan 215 Migmax. All right, I saw a lot of reviews on this box. Watched a lot of reviews, AVE, all of them. to make the decision. I wanted to get a welder, and I wasn't gonna spend $2 grand on a MIG welder because I don't weld a lot. But for home use, and from what I've read about this, with the exception of the gun, this is a pretty sweet machine. The gun's a consumable anyway. You're gonna replace it in a year or two anyway, so I'll step up to like a, you know, like something from Lincoln or Miller or whatever. But oh, congratulations! Yeah, don't need that. Let's see. Don't need that. I think I'll set this camera up. Interesting. It's in a box. It's attached to something. Okay. This is just the ground lead. That's heavy. Nailed it. The MIG gun and all that. We'll look at that in a minute. Oh, it's a regulator. Regulator in here. That is pretty sweet. That's pretty neat. Always double check your bags, make sure, because with the gun, this was in it. Easy to get thrown away. Be your gas line. Braided. Feels really plasticky, but it is braided. Got nice brass ends. Huh. That's something I like that the plugs are detachable. See there? That's pretty neat. So if you're moving this around, you don't have to worry about this end being plugged in and getting twisted on or banged. That's pretty cool. That's what we got. Some small accessories. Got another cup. A couple different size ends for your wire. And then of course it's a rated roller. That's probably for flux if I'm not mistaken. Set that there. Came with a 30 .030 flux wire and .30 solid. Alright, let's see what's under the skirt. Oh damn, that's pretty nice. Two different power cords, 110. Don't need it. 220 all day. Man, I like this. It helps out with the young people, or not young people necessarily, but newbies. People just getting into the hobby. Cold feed, I like that. I'm gonna put in some gaseous flux. Well, I gotta say, I'm impressed. I like the nice cast aluminum feed mechanism. Top feed on the spool. I like that. And of course you can run the big wheel with this adapter or the small one. It's got a whole bunch of instructions on how to set it up, which is really cool. So yeah, so far I'm impressed. So it looks like the toolbox that I restored is now going to be my welding cart until I can make one. But how handy is these? Wire fits right on it. Alright, get changed, come back down, and we'll do some welding. Don't copyright me. Turn that music off. Alright, well, what we're going to do is a nice little weld here. This is my first weld with gas. Yeah, buddy. Alright, got 35 steel. I think that thing's on. Yep. Sitting on 20 SCFM on the gas. 35. This is 3/16 plate. 3/16 plate. Let's do this. There we go. Woo! It ain't pretty. I didn't have the gas or any of that set right, but so far so good. Alright everybody, and well, I realized I didn't actually do an outro or a conclusion on the video for this Vulcan Migmax 215. So figured I'd pick that up today before I unbox my next addition to the BVMotorSports world headquarters here. So today I'm going to go ahead and add to the 0.35 Vulcan solid core wires for when you're using gas. When you swap it out, make sure that you're running the smooth. This is the teeth or fluted guide. This is for flux core. So I've already installed the smooth roller for this wire. Interesting. And since we are going to be running MIG with the gas, obviously you need to switch your electrode over so it's DC electrode positive, whereas flux core is DC electrode negative. Oh, straight in the hole. Nice. Gotta hook up some power. Now, of course, the manual on this says not to use an extension cord. Well, we're going to use an extension cord. I'm just going to run this wire out using the cold feed. Oh. we go. And that is nice. Set up. Done. Now in the manual it talks about over there, if you can see those graduate marks on the tension to set tension for, I believe the manual says we want to be at 3 on the tension. I believe that's what the manual calls for what we're doing. So, oh yeah, down here, solid wire, 3 to 5, flux core 2 to 3. Alright, so now, let me give you my review, or the conclusion, so we can wrap this thing up. So what are my thoughts on the Harbor Freight Migmax 215? To be perfectly honest with you, it's amazing. And for the price, it's really well built. And what's surprising is it's one of the only tools I've ever purchased at a Harbor Freight that required no modification at all to get it to work as it was designed. So I don't know how they're doing it for the price point, honestly. I mean, I go to auctions, I buy Millers, Lincolns, ESABs, whatever, and turn around and resell, and that's exactly what paid for this welder. Honestly, you can't go wrong with this welder. Once you figure out how to set it up and run it, you know, it wouldn't hurt to have somebody that knows their way around a MIG to come help you set up. There's a learning curve there, whereas my stick welder, it's what rod put in it, go to town, happy days. You can turn the the amps on it, because you know if you get too hot or too cold. But this has got a little more, you know, involved here. It's a lot more going on, but honestly, for the price, you can't beat it. So now I can stick, and I'll always have that power craft that Bill gave me before he passed away. That will never leave. So I'll always have that stick welder. But for MIG welding, Migmax 215 gets my seal of approval. This is not sponsored content. I paid out of my own pocket for this bad boy, and for that next thing I'm going to start doing a new video on. But that's my review on the Vulcan Migmax 215. If you need a welder, you can't find a nice, you know, Miller, Lincoln, whatever, out there for sale cheap. Of course, then again, you're always dealing with somebody else's problems. You buy this, you got peace of mind of, you got 12 months. You run it over with your truck, go get a new one. And that's straight from Amy, the manager, over at my local Harbor Freight. I can run this thing over a truck and be like, hey, I'm not happy with it, it don't work right, I get a new one. So, I mean, the peace of mind alone is worth the price. Now, you might not need the 215, the 140 might do for you, and I think those are on sale right now for like $4.99. This bad boy, it welds just as good as any other welder I've ever had in here. You know, a welding buddies will come over and ran it, and they're like, you covered this up so nobody knew what it was, and they wouldn't know it wasn't a $2,000 welder, so that kind of speaks for itself. Alright, so next project, we're going to do a next unboxing video, so don't think it's like days later I'm still wearing the same shirt or anything. So I'm going to hop on that one, and that video will come out soon. So once again, I appreciate it, and I hope this video helps you decide on what you want to do, and if you're in the market for a welder, you can't go wrong. Alright, thanks for watching.